Hey, welcome to the first layer. As you can see, there's no Brian today. Brian's not with us today. He's under the weather, as I was last week. He is this week. Not that we're trading off weeks or anything, just so you guys know. I'm going to just switch back here. We have got a jam-packed show for you today because not only do I have a couple of things I got to tell you, but I'm giving away 5 mystery boxes today. There's already one that was won back in October, or late October, early November, which we will be sending out along with all these other 5. So we are giving away all of our mystery boxes today because it is December, and why not give away some gifts, right? So Jerry is taking all of your questions today over on the other side. She's going to be putting them up on the screen for me so that I can see them. In the mystery boxes, you have to be present to win. So stick around till the end of the show because we're going to be giving them away all throughout the show. So you have to be in the chat to win one of these mystery boxes today. Jerry's putting in all the names that have been coming in on the show today. So he's got about 30 names there already. Looks like we've got about 30 viewers right now. So great. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I know I've been away for a while. I apologize for that. I've not been feeling well. My wife hasn't been feeling well. We've both had a really, really rough month in November and just leading into December. And now I'm on a better medication for my migraines, for my sleep disorder, and a couple of other things, and for my chronic pain. So I'm happy about that. I'm feeling good. I'm doing well. My wife's doing well. I know some of you guys were asking questions, where have I been and why haven't there been any shows? Well, that's why there hasn't been any shows, because I've been super sick. So can you guys hear me okay out there? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, no, everybody can, you guys can hear me okay? Great to see your smiling face again. Everybody can hear me? Yes, yes, yes. Do it. Hey, do it. 5 by 5. Gary, I think everyone needs some drugs yesterday to tolerate the wind. Yes. It has been super, super, super windy here. For anybody that doesn't live in Calgary, we've had some amazing winds. I got a broken tooth in my mouth that I have to get fixed next week. And that's about all that's going on right now, so as far as I'm concerned. But, okay, everybody says they can hear me. Volume's great. I'm not peaking. I'm not doing any of that. Okay, great. Excellent. So, let's start things off the right way. Let's give a box away. All right. So, Jerry, draw a name for me. 20 minutes before the show, I told her to start putting names in. You sound like Barry White, Morgan says. I sound like Barry White. 2 seconds. Okay. She's going to tell me when she's ready. So who wants to win some stuff? Do you guys want to win stuff? I want to see emojis.
Stop telling.
Oh, dear. Figure it out. Come on. Okay, the ladies love Barry. Yes, they do. Barry White. Look at all the emojis coming in. Hey, Gary's using my emoji. Love it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Off course. She's going to be shouting in my ear here. So, okay. Oh, she's got the first one picked. And it looks like, as soon as it comes up, as soon as she tells me, here we go. Our first winner is Mac CJ12345. Mac CJ12345. I'm going to put my email, Mac, in the chat. I can't type and talk at the same time. There we go. All right, so Mac, there we go. Nice, thank you. So, Mac, you need to send me all of your details along with your shirt size, okay? I need your address, your phone number, your actual name, and an email address, please. So send that to richard@thefirstlayer.com. And we know who won the first one, Mac. So there we go. We're going to draw another one in a few minutes. So let's get into some questions here. If you guys have any questions, I have the chat up on my screen as well, so I can see who's doing what. Yes. So you got a box coming your way. We have one going out to Ben Brady as well. He was our first winner. We were supposed to do this all through November and through December. However, because I wasn't here in November, we decided that we would just do it all in one day. Okay, World Planet Gadget says, I have an Ender 3 Pro with a Micro Swiss all-metal hot end, and I'm very happy with the quality of my prints, but I'm wondering what and how many times I should service my Ender 3. That's actually a great question. I get this quite often about how often should I do maintenance? You should do maintenance. I recommend light maintenance every 30 days or, every so many prints. I usually go every 30 days. Just check that everything is still tight. Everything's still lined. You may want to level your bed. You want to make sure that there's no screws that have come loose on you. That sort of thing. Just tighten everything up. Take a look at your Z rods. Make sure that they have enough lithium grease on them or silicone grease on them. If you do that, then you're going to have a smooth running machine. And just keep up these maintenance issues over about every 30 days. And then every 3 months, I do a complete cleaning where I will take things and I will blow them out with the air can or the air compressor, get any dust off the machine. You should always keep dust off your machine and off your bed because that will prevent you from getting good adhesion to your bed. So that's another thing to watch out for. So just keeping your machine in tip-top shape is just making sure you got a good flow of material going through it. Always check that. Make sure that you're getting that flow, the proper flow rate is set right. And also check your slicer. Make sure that your slicer works well with the printer that you're using. All right. That's a good one. I like that. All right. Do we have another one? No. There it is. This is from Film Factory. I like that name, Film Factory. I really like that name. It says, I need to wire a 24 volt, I need to wire 24 volt 230 by 230 millimeter hotbed. Okay, what type of wire do I need? You're going to need about a 14 to a 16 gauge insulated wire because you want to have that nice thickness, just like this right here. This has got a nice thickness on it. You can see you want to have silicone wires the best because it moves really easy. Don't get rigid wire. You're going to pay a little bit more for silicone wire, and you're only going to need about a foot, maybe 2 feet, depending on where your bed is. But make sure if you are soldering those wires to the board that you are soldering them to the right pads, because some boards are going to say 1224, which means they have enough pads to handle a 24 volt system or a 12 volt system. Okay. So silicone 14 to 16 gauge wire will do you just fine. I have a resin question from Hawks. Do you want me to pull it up? Okay. I have a resin question. Why does my resin printer print supports perfectly, but not the actual object? That's actually a good question. I can't really answer that one for you, but I can say this, that when you have, depending on the orientation of your object, will also depend on whether you're going to get a clean print or not. I tend to, if I've got an object, I don't put it flat, whether it's a figure. Let me just grab one here real quick. Do I have one? No. I have one of these. Okay. So I've got this XYZ cube. Okay. So what I will do is I won't put it flat on the bed. I will orientate it about 30 degrees. So then I get supports. I also get a really, really nice print out of it when I do it that way. And I have never had any dimensional problems with mine whatsoever. So about a 30 degree angle, that should improve your prints enormously. Okay. Here's another one from Snapshot FPV. He says, I'm looking for a better part cooler for my Ender 3. Any suggestions? Because with the Micro Swiss HE, I'm getting a lot of stringing. A better part cooler, I would get, first of all, I would change out the fan from a sleeve bearing fan to a ball bearing fan. Those sleeve bearing fans don't last. The ball bearing fans will work much better, and you can get them in different CFMs. And you're going to be looking for a 24 volt ball bearing or double ball bearing fan. That should help you. That will be a much better fan to use. As far as companies go, I can't really tell you because they're all Chinese anyway. But look for a ball bearing or dual ball bearing fan. And they're only about a 40 by 10. As far as the stringing goes, you can reduce the stringing a little bit by just adjusting your heat and adjusting your retraction. Okay, this is from Rick Land. He says, on a normal i3 or Prusa i3 8-bit clone printer with probe, I'm probably meaning that you mean probe with x-axis. I have replaced the stepper motor cable ramps with different one Arduino seam to be working okay. I'm not sure that's a question. Ramps with different one Arduino seems to be working okay. So am I correct in assuming that you took a new Arduino and packed it on there? Honestly, Rick, if it were me building a clone or replacing a board in a clone, I would probably go with an MKS board if I wanted to stay in that 8-bit range. And there's plenty of MKS boards out there. where you can actually just individually replace the steppers. I know you can do that on a ramps as well. I just like the way that everything's kind of mixed together in that instance. So I think that if you do that, you might be better. I'm hoping that you have a follow-up question to this, because this just seems like you're making a statement. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Andrew Osmond, having issues with clogging, have done everything that you suggested with no luck. Andrew, what type of hot end are you running and on what machine? That would be my question to you, is what machine and what type of hot end? If it's a stock hot end on an Ender 3, that Bowden tube could be your problem, because it goes down right into here, into the block where this is your heated zone. And over time that breaks down and it will tend to clog. So what I would suggest is replacing this with a Micro Swiss all metal. The tube only goes down that far, the Bowden tube. So all of this, the rest of it is machined down and you get a nice clean path. And I've never gotten a clog on a Micro Swiss. All right. Rick Landon, I have two of the same model of printer. The other machine prints fine as is. Folger 2020. Thanks, Rick. Okay. So you have everything's printing okay now. Okay, that's great. That's great. Oh, Jerry has to find where she was. There we go. Brian Jackson, my Ender doesn't push filament through, but I can manually push it through. Not clogged. Any reason why it's pushing through? Probably a simple solution. It actually is. And first thing I'm going to ask you to check is the extruder. If you're still rocking that plastic extruder that Creality put on the Ender 3s, the problem with that plastic extruder is it will break in a certain area. Let me see if I can. Where is my tablet? There's my tablet. I have a picture of that, and I just want to show you guys in my photos here. Give me a second to find it. Other than that, how has everybody been? Is you guys all settling into winter? I hope so. Jerry hates winter. Come on, where are you? I know you're in here, because I just saw you the other day. The plastic area of that extruder is the biggest pain in the butt I have ever seen. And they all crack in the same exact place. Come on, where are you? I know it's in here. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Jerry just says I'm looking, so I can't find it. Probably right about that. Where are you? You guys, just talk amongst yourselves for a second while I try and find this. Jerry will point. There we go. Okay. So you see where that crack is? You're never going to see that crack if you're using the original extruder, because this is so brittle. This plastic is brittle. I would replace it with the metal version of that first and foremost. And that might be why you're not getting your material through, because it's just slipping on the gear and on the roller wheel. Okay, next. Okay. Sheldon Grant, I've been getting a failed update on OctoPrint for months, and I can't figure out what to do or how to fix it without wiping out the entire OctoPrint and refiring the whole thing. Any thoughts? If you can't get the update, are you trying to do that directly in OctoPrint? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, all I would do is just download the latest one and install the latest version of OctoPrint on your system, and that should take care of it. If it doesn't, then you're going to have to do a complete reinitialization. I hope that you don't have to. All right. Sheldon was Sheldon. Hey, what? Oh, hey, we're going to give away another box. Jerry just gave me a name, and that name is Mark L. Baker. I know Mark personally. He lives here in Calgary. So Mark L. Baker is our new winner. And thank you for being a member. Mark, hopefully you're still here. Everybody say congrats to Mark. Mark, if you are here, you will have to send me an email. And again, I'm going to put that in. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Mark L. Baker, congratulations. You are our second winner today. And Mark, you're going to have to, again, send me an email. All your details. I know where you live in Calgary. I just don't remember the address. So I know Mark should still be here because he did say hi earlier. So Mark L. Baker is our winner. Let's, Mark, if you're still here, just give yourself a thumbs up and say, I'm still here. I'm here. What? No. Are you keeping a list? Okay. All right, Mark L. Baker, hopefully you are still here. So how are we doing, Loch Ness says? We're all doing well. Hey, there's awesome. Thanks, he says. Mark is here. Thank you. So, Mark, send all of your details to richard@thefirstlayer.com, and we will get together, and we'll bring you over your mystery box. Maybe we can just hang out and have a coffee. We haven't done that in a long time. I'm here, he says. I'm here. All right, so okay, our next question here is from Trevor. He says, I have a question. I have an Ender 3V2 with a microsys full metal hot end. My prints are not sticking to the raft, and the raft looks perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Trevor, here's what I would say. If it's not sticking to the raft, that means there's too much of a space between the actual part and the raft. What you're going to have to do is go into your Cura, and you're going to have to look at the spacing for the raft to see how far away it is, and that should solve your issue. Let me see if I can pull up Cura on another screen here. I still haven't updated to 412. I've only got 411. What are they going to do when we get to 420? Or are we just going to go to 5 by that point? Come on, Cura. Cura is so slow opening. At least I found that 411 was so slow opening. I can't believe it. Trevor, I would have thought of that. Thank you so much. So there you go, Trev. Loch Ness, have you heard about the Ender 3 S1? Not yet. I haven't. It could be Benny Brady going to get high on 420. Okay, let's go back to having a look here quickly at our Cura. Let's bring up a monitor here that I can. There we go. We'll put it over here. Yeah, I'll come back to Loch Ness real quick. Okay, so we are going to go over here. We're going to type in Raft. And we are going to go Raft here. And you'll see that it opens all of this up. See where it says Raft air gap? That's the gap between the actual print and the raft itself. So you can reduce that to 0.2 if you like. Okay. All right, let's go back. All right, have I heard about the Ender 3 S1? No, I have not. Quick answer to that. What's next, G? Okay, Trevor, I have a question. I have an Ender 3V2 with a micro Swiss full metal hot end. My prints are not sticking. We just did this one. Tempest, I noticed my Ender 3V2 that my Bowden Capricorn tube keeps coming off when printing lately. Okay, what's happening there is the tube itself. Which Capricorn tube do you have? Do you have the LT or the XL? We have to, or the XS, pardon me. The LS or the XS. If you've got the XS, which is the darker tube, the darker blue tube, it is slightly smaller in diameter. So in order to make that work for you, what you can do is just take a pencil or a pair of tweezers or something like that. And all you're going to do is you're going to push it in to the end of the Bowden tube on whatever end it's coming out. Push that in a little bit. It'll flare it out. If you have to take a quick cigarette lighter to it, do that. It'll flare it out just enough so that you can pop it back into that Bowden connector and then slip that little locking pin on there. That will help you out immensely. Immensely. There we go. Okay. X failed to track right. Moves to positive number, but fails to move to negative number. So it's not going to go past 0. On the X, as soon as it hits that micro switch, that is 0. The positive is everything that goes behind it. So if you're moving 10, you're moving 10, dot, 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 dot. If you've got your printer set so that the center is 0, don't do that. You only want to do that on a Delta printer. You don't want to do that on a Cartesian. So what you want to do is make sure that your 0 point is in the bottom left corner, which is the bottom which would be closest to you, and on the left side of the bed when you're looking at it. So that's what I would do in that respect. First, check your firmware. And your X will never go past 0 because it can't. That's where the end stop is. That's where it's programmed to be. But if you're thinking that going left to right is negative, then you've got a problem. All right, let's go to the next one. Sheldon Grant, the update did not finish successfully. Please consult OctoPrint log. Plugin software update console.log for details. So, yeah, definitely I would check that. Just download the latest version, and I think you're just going to have to do a fresh install, to be perfectly honest with you, but it doesn't take much. Rover, at the first layer, I would also suggest one of your first videos about first layer. Yeah, I've done a ton of different. I've done a ton of different videos on doing the first layer. You can always go into our back library and check that out as well. How to test the 4988 driver relay. That's a question for Brian, not a question for me. That I don't know. If you go to the settings wrench at the top and scroll down to logging, it will let you download the log file. See, I didn't know that about OctoPrint. Open the file and it might show details on the issue. Yep, Gary is correct about that. Thanks, Gary. All right. Yeah, that's why I like our community, because everybody wants to help everybody else. I think it's time to draw another name. Don't you, Jerry? No? Oh, she says she's got 3 minutes. Okay. All right, Morgan Pierce, he says, for the OctoPrint challenge, do you have a backup? If so, attempt to restore to backup and then attempt the update. If that fails, then do a fresh install. Morgan uses OctoPrint. I don't really use OctoPrint all that often. I use it on the what is that machine? My Voron. I use it on the Voron, but that's the only machine I use it on. That's because I have to use it. And nothing else. Everybody's helping everybody else. Should we try to salvage clogged nozzles with a propane torch or just replace them and pitch the old ones? Pad TV, there's a couple of things that you might want to try. If you want to save yourself some money, and there's only PLA in those nozzles, in your old nozzles, what I would do, especially if they're not broken down yet, like if the tip is not worn off and your hole's not bigger than it should be, then what I would do is I would take those nozzles, I would boil them in hot water, take one out with a pair of tweezers, get in there with a small brush of some sort. Airbrush cleaning tools are great. You can get in there and scrape out all of the unnecessary material, and then you can use them again in a pinch if you need to. All right. Thank you very much for that one, Pab. Ben Brady, doing a fresh install is always a no-brainer on OctoPrint. There we go. X moves to 200 millimeters mark, but it fails to return to 0. So when you're, okay, this is something, pull up Rick Landon's question real quick. Okay. X moved to 200 millimeter mark, but it fails to return to 0. Are you manually turning it? If you're manually turning it, it should come back. But if it's not coming back, you may have something wrong in your programming somewhere. I would check your firmware and just make sure that it should return to home. Like if you auto home it, does everything go correctly? If it does not go correctly and your X doesn't move back to the end stop, then you have a problem. And I'm going to say you would probably either have a driver problem or you're going to have an actual software problem. All right. What's the largest print you've made and which print is your favorite? Largest print I ever made would have to be R2. Yeah, that's probably my biggest print to date. And then which is my favorite? I would have to say the first time I printed the Hulk from Sanix Designs. That's probably my favorite. That Hulk was just amazing, and the first time I printed it, I painted it, and somebody offered me money for it, so I took it. Okay, do we have a winner? No matter what I do, I keep getting errors in my firmware. J-Rob, what firmware are you trying to compile, and on what system are you trying to compile it? If you're trying to compile it in Arduino and you're using the latest version of Marlin, your best bet is to compile it in Visual Studio Code. That would be the best. Other than that, I would say send me a copy of your firmware, zip it up, and send it to richard@thefirstlayer.com. And I will give it to Brian, and he can certainly check it out for you. I'll check it out for you as well. And then maybe we can find out what's going on for you. Okay, our next winner. This is our third giveaway today. Everybody ready? Drum roll, please. Somebody give me a drum roll in the... is Rex Waldy. Rex Waldy, you have a mystery box coming your way with, you are a third winner. Rex, everybody give Rex a big thumbs up. Yeah. Give us a shout out in the chat room there, Rex, so we know that you're still here.
Oh, there he is. There.
Okay, so we've done J-Rob's question. So Rex, send me all of your details to richard@thefirstlayer.com. I know you've sent them to me before because I've sent you out a t-shirt before. So again, just remind me what size. We're going to get you a different t-shirt because you have our t-shirt. So we'll get you a different style. Something we've been working on that we're going to be releasing in January. Rick Landon, I replaced the X cable. You replaced the X cable. Okay, what you may have to do is take that connector down on one side of that cable, and I have a cable right here. And a motor. Okay. Sorry, my office is a filthy mess right now. Okay, so if you've got a motor, sometimes these are wired different. Find out what motor you have. There should be a sticker on it somewhere telling you exactly what motor you have. You can type that into Google. It'll tell you exactly what the pinouts are. And sometimes those four little cables right there, the two in the middle can be switched. So the green can go where the blue one is, and the blue one can go where the red one is. Let's see if that'll focus for you. There we go. So if you switch the two center cables, that might do it for you. There we go. And if that doesn't work, then I'm at a loss. You may have a bad motor. You may have a bad stick, step stick. So could be anything that's going wrong there. I can only give you my advice as I see it. Accord XTC. Oh, I just missed that one. Thank you for the shout out, Accord. Yes, let's give away some more stuff here. We've got 2 more to give away yet. We're going to do another one at about 22 and one at 10-2. So what's the best, easiest way and software for a beginner adult to learn how to 3D model instead of hoping that someone has created what I want on Thingiverse? The easiest software to get to use, I think, is Tinkercad. It is free. It's online. You can create an account, and it is also by the same people that put out, what is that software? Fusion 360. So it's Autodesk that puts that out, and it's more meant for people that want to learn 3D modeling. Got some very basic tools in it. You can do a lot with it, and there's tons of videos on Tinkercad online. So that's what I would do, Sheldon. All right, what's next, Jay? All parts I used to fix was tested well on the second working printer. Then that's a good question, man. I'm going to say you probably have a problem in the software. If everything worked well on another printer, there's probably something wrong in the firmware for that particular machine that you're putting it on. I would double check that. With that? I can't. What are you saying? Yeah, I'm good for the next one. What's the best? I did this one, Jerry. Sheldon Grant, I did. You're not listening. Here we go. Where can I sell my 3D printer? Fuji. You can sell it on Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, eBay. That would be your best bet. Alrighty. That's it. Okay. So this coming week, we're going to try and get that video out for you on the resin, which we've been promising for a while. I have to have a tooth removed in my head this week, so that's going to set me back probably a day or two. But I have to have a tooth removed on this side, actually. And but we will get a regular video out this week. And then we'll be back on Sunday, next Sunday with our live stream. We are going to be putting up videos throughout Christmas. I know you guys every year have expected us to take a little bit of a break, and we have done that. But I felt with all of the stuff that was going on during November, me personally and my wife, I've decided that we will just put out episodes through that whole time. I don't know that we'll do the live streams, but we'll have episodes through to the end of the year. And then we'll probably come back in January for our live streams. We'll probably take a little break just for our live streams for December through the holidays. So having a look at a calendar here real quick would mean we are not going to have one on the 19th. There will be no live stream on the 19th. There won't be a live stream on the 26th, which is Boxing Day. And everybody's out shopping anyway. And we probably will not have one on the 2nd. We will return our live streams on the 9th. So this is the last live stream of 2021. But we will be putting episodes out on the 18th, 25th, and the 1st. So there will be new videos coming out, but we won't have live streams until the 9th of January. That'll be our next live stream. As far as member live streams go, we're going to resume those again in January. And I would say that those are going to be done on a Wednesday night, because that's usually when I do a bunch of recordings on Wednesdays. So on the 5th, we will probably have, or probably the 5th or the 12th, probably the 12th, we'll have our next member live stream. Okay, so now that we know that, I know you love printing on glass, but other than that, what is your favorite surface to print on? I would say my favorite surface to print on is probably one of the metal flex plates. Either from the build plate company. I can't remember who they are. But there is tons of, I like the magnetic flexible build plates. They work really well. If you've got the right magnet on the bottom, they'll hold up during higher temperatures. I don't have a problem with my one machine that has a magnetic build plate on it. Works well, and it's just, that one is from Bluer, I want to say. It's upstairs. And I haven't printed anything other on any, well, I've printed on many different surfaces. But yeah, I would say the metal flex plate, the textured PEI ones, those are the ones I really like other than glass. Any advice on hot end changers like the Wham Bam Mutant? Dennis, I don't really have any opinions on the hot end chambers like the Wham Bam. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to recognize, while we're talking about hot ends, we lost somebody in our community that has always tried to innovate and push the envelope of what they do, and that was Sanjay from e3d.com. Sanjay has been a big part of the 3D printing community for a long, long time, and I just want to recognize that his passing was a great loss to our community. So, we have another winner. All right, you guys ready for this? Are you still here? Hopefully you still are. The Apprentice 2021. The Apprentice 2021. You are our fourth winner today on the prize box giveaway. So congratulations. Apprentice, if you are here, I'm going to put my email in here one more time. I suck at trying to talk and type at the same time. Ask my wife. So the Apprentice 2021, you are our winner. Congratulations. You're going to have to send me all of your details, your name, address, phone number, and shirt size. And we will get all of that out to you. Hopefully the Apprentice is still here. Oh, Jerry says you better say something in the chat or she's going to pick a new name. Tempest season's greetings and Happy New Year, Richard, and everyone else at the first layer. Well, thank you very much, Tempest. I want to say that to everybody as well. Hopefully everybody's going to have a good, strong Christmas. Get together and see friends and family that you haven't seen for a long, long time. My wife and I are just going to celebrate quietly here at home. Oh, The Apprentice, are you here? Come on, put something in the chat. Oh, he's there? Okay, I haven't seen it yet. There he is. So, good. So, The Apprentice 2021. He is our fourth winner. Dominic Versetto. Should I build a Voron 0 before attempting a Voron 2? If you want something that small, then yes. It's going to teach you a lot. However, if you're looking for something, you're looking for that size, don't waste your money on the 0. Go right to the 2. Get the size that you want. You can go up to 350 by 350 on the 2. So you can do a fairly sizable printer on there. With that being said, I would go ahead and just go for the 2. Be perfectly honest with you. It's going to cost you about 2 times more than what you paid for the 0. Maybe 3 times more than what you paid for the 0. All right. World Planet Gadget. Best on the print bed for my mirror. A mirror is another. Well, mirror is essentially glass. Let's go to that one. Jerry, can you bring that up? World Planet Gadget. Yeah, that would be it. The best print bed is for a mirror, or because it definitely straight and also retains heat. Yes, that is correct. A mirror does do that. Here is one caveat, though. If your bed is warped, if it's warped, the mirror to some degree is going to follow that because you're clamping it down. Okay? So if you have a warped bed, try and get that bed as flat as possible. If you have to, I would use some of this stuff, which is falling apart on my desk. And all this stuff this is the metal duct tape. This is an aluminum tape that you can put down at like pads in your low spots, bring everything up to kind of even. And the heat will go through this, so don't worry about that. The heat will be transferred through this, and it will help that mirror a little bit. It'll also help glass. But mirrors, you're right, are truly flat. They have to be because of the, otherwise you get that funhouse look. Okay. Now that one's done. Hey, I want to thank all you guys, first and foremost, for supporting our show, supporting our channel, and keeping us going. We, as you guys know, we entered into our 4th year on YouTube. This is our 5th year now. Coming up on our 5th year on YouTube, and we're just under 30,000 subscribers. I looked today, I think we're 340. So if you know somebody that's into 3D printing, that needs help with 3D printing, please have them go over to our channel and hit that subscribe button, because it would really help us out to get us over that hump. Rover, a quick tip. Open Notepad, put your email address, then highlight it, copy and paste here in chat. Yes, I should have done that at the beginning, and I didn't. I was doing something else. But yes, you're absolutely right about that. Tempest has got one there. There's a couple more before that. Okay, go past Rover. We're having... What's the next question? What's the largest printer I would recommend? Rover, yeah, I haven't seen that one. Largest printer that I would recommend and its size. Well, it's all dependent on what you want to do with it, to be perfectly honest with you. what do you want your printer to be able to print? If you want to be able to print helmets and cosplay materials, then you want to get it something that's 300 and over. If you're not too concerned about that and you want to put parts together like a smaller printer, where you'd have almost like a model kit, if you want that type of experience, I would go with something that's about that 230 to 250 range. So, but yeah, the 500s move slow. Just be aware of that. Anything that when you start getting up to that half a meter by half a meter, you start to slow down. And it's a bed slinger. A lot of them are bed slingers. So be aware of that. All that movement translates back into the print. And I've seen some guys where they've had to do a lot of post work on their prints to get them to look really good. Philip Mitchell, good afternoon. What should my first type of filament to print with? I would say PLA. PLA is probably the best filament to start with. It's easy to use. You can print almost anything with it. If you're looking for something that is going to give you strength, and you're still looking at PLA, well, there's only one company I suggest, and that's Matter 3D. I suggest these guys for a couple of reasons, because they make the best high-quality 3D printing filament I've ever seen. They don't have a lot of selection yet, but they're working on it. They've just added wood, so they have a darker wood, kind of like a mahogany color. But Matter 3D is the stuff that I recommend for everybody. PLA, their ABS is really, really good, and also their PETG. So, but PLA is what I would recommend. Shout out to the first layer. I tried the metal tape to fix the bed issue, and it worked great. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. Oh, are you guys ready for our last winner of the day? Because we are 10 minutes out. Our last winner of the day is Peter Reynolds. Peter Reynolds, congratulations. You have a mystery box coming your way. Not today, because I have to put it together. So I'm going to see you later today anyway. So I will get that to you, Peter. And I know you're still in the chat. So congratulations, Peter Reynolds, on being our last winner of the mystery boxes. And I hope that you're going to enjoy it. There's going to be some great things in there for you. So congratulations to all of our winners today. All of these boxes will be going out within the next week or so. And you won't get them in time for Christmas, but you'll get them shortly thereafter. So congratulations to all you guys. We're not going to do we'll take it for another 10 minutes. We've still got time. The difference in price is $50. Nostalgia, how much is your time worth? Yeah, okay. Congrats and Merry Christmas to everybody, or Happy New Year, or Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Kwanzaa, or Happy Life Day, or whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays. I hope that everyone has a great time over the holidays, and that you get to see your families and friends. Hey, Rich, curious if you're planning a review on the E3D Revo if they send you one. Yes, if they send me one, I'll be happy to do one. E3D hasn't reached out recently, but I've been getting a lot of contact from Creality for some reason. They've been messaging me on Facebook and asking to be in my friends group, and a lot of different employees from Creality have. But as far as the E3D Revo, if I get one, I will definitely be doing a review on it. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, remember next Sunday? I'll go back to the. Oh, I answered that one already. Jerry's, I don't know, she must be high or something today. Hey, Matt 971 just became a member. Congratulations, Matt. We do appreciate it. Is there really any benefit to using Creality borosilicate glass over a mirror? I only use glass side of the Creality glass, never the carbon side. No, there isn't any any benefit to using the Creality borosilicate glass over a mirror. They're a little thicker than a mirror, but the advantage that you get from that mirror is that coating on the back that gives you that reflectivity when you look at it. So I really don't think there's any benefit to spending more money on borosilicate glass from Creality. Just get yourself a tile that fits the size of your bed. All right. So work is the cure of the drinking class. Yes, work is the cure of the drinking class. It's also a cure. Okay, it's a curse. I can't read today. It's so small over there. Well, we're almost out of showtime. We are, work is the curse of the drinking class. Yeah, I don't go anywhere to work. I work here at home. So, have you seen the Impression 3D sand support video? No, I have not seen that video. If you'd like to, you can send me a link and I'd be happy to take a look at it. Yes, DeWitt has a ton of prizes to give away. He's having a live stream. That's what I wanted to bring up. DeWitt 3D, who is a moderator in our chat here on Sundays, is having his live stream. If you could put that in the chat again there, DeWitt, it would be great. It did go by really fast. Rover wants to know if a ceramic tile would work as a print bed. It can work as a print bed. I've heard of some people doing it. I just think that the tiles aren't always flat. If you look at a tile from the edge, you can actually see dips and valleys, hills and valleys on a tile because they're never truly flat. So, but it would work because it'll conduct heat beautifully. I think it would work anyway. You might have to put some glue stick on it. Yeah, you could acetone the top of it. That might work as well. Any thoughts on smoothing FDM prints with resin? Yes, Dominic, I do have some thoughts on that. I don't like doing it because if I've got a part that has a lot of detail, I don't like putting resin on it because it obscures that detail. I'd much rather go in, do my hand sanding, do my filling with wood putty, which is what I use now. I use a water-based wood putty instead of using 3M's spot putty. You guys all know what that stuff is. It's a glazing putty or spot putty from 3M. Now I'm just using a wood putty, a wood filler, a water-soluble wood filler. I use that. It's beautiful to sand. It's easy to work with. There's no fumes, so you don't have to wear a mask. I would still wear gloves, however, but other than that, yeah, I'd rather use that. All right, so we are done pretty much. We got a couple minutes left here. Do not put resin in an airbrush. That is right. Do not put resin in an airbrush. So DeWitt, I want to bring this up real quick. DeWitt, his YouTube channel, it's in the chat right now. Sunday the 19th at 4 p.m., 1,000 subs giveaway. Congratulations. Check out the video on my channel for some of the sponsors. So everybody go to DeWitt's YouTube channel. Tim is a great guy. He's almost family in my book, or he is family in my book. So I would say that if you are a fan of his, go check him out. Even if you're not a fan, Tim's got some great stuff because he's learning like I did in the beginning. So all of his videos are right around solving the problems that come up right away when he's doing builds on his live stream. So yeah, I would certainly go and check that out and give him some love for the 19th. He's got lots of prizes to give away. So yeah, go check it out. I'm going to probably check it out. If I'm not over at his place, I may be at his place. I don't know. We'll see. That would be 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Rover. That would be 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, everybody give Tim a big thumbs up. Hey, go ahead and leave a like on this video if you haven't already. I do appreciate that. Like and comment on the video because it really helps our algorithm, because they're changing things up again on the algorithm, and we see our viewership go up and down and up and down. So I would definitely go and give us a comment after the video, and please give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. And with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Congratulations again to all the winners. We're going to get those out by the end of this week, so that you guys will get them 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on mail. It's Christmas. You may see them in January, early in January. So Mark Baker and Peter Reynolds both live here in Calgary, so I'm going to save myself some shipping there. But yes, the mystery boxes will be going out by the end of the week. So thank you again to everybody. We are sorry that Brian's not here. I know he did a great show last week, and thank you for supporting him while I was away. And I will see you guys on the next video. Again, we have no more live streams until... when did I say that again? When did I say that again? We have no more live streams until the 9th of January. No more live streams till the 9th of January. DeWitt, you're very welcome to come over and be on the stream. You're a huge reason I'm where I am at. I will definitely, if you want me to come over, I will come over and be there next Sunday to help you out. All right, January 9th, we are back with our live streams. This is our last live stream for 2021, and we're going to see you guys again in 2022, but we've got videos coming up to the end of the year. So until I see you guys next time, remember that the first layer is always your foundation to a great print. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I've got some people to see today. So until then, see you later.